In a particular machine, there are two gears that interlock. One gear is larger in circumference than the other. So basically we have a figure which will look like we have a bigger gear, we have a smaller gear, and they are adjacent, they are moving with each other. Now let's understand that one relationship in our concept videos of circles. You can see that I have derived it, that the ratio of their circumference is always reciprocal of the ratio of their revolutions. That means we can see the revolution of A over the revolution of B, where A and B are two different gears, is equal to the circumference of B divided by the circumference of A. Because larger the circumference, lesser the revolutions. That comes especially from the same basic principle that if the two gears are rotating together and there is no slippage, that the distance traveled by the two gears will be the same. The distance is equal to the circumference multiplied by the revolution. That means circumference of B multiplied by the revolution of B will be same as the circumference of A multiplied by the revolution of A. And that leads us to this conclusion that revolution of A upon revolution of B is equal to circumference of B upon circumference of A. Now the question says that the gear is guaranteed to last 6 billion revolutions, assuming that there is no slippage. The larger gear is guaranteed to last how many days? Now pay attention to the unit. We need the answer in the number of days. That means the life of larger gear minus the life of the smaller gear is to be calculated in days to answer the question. Now let's start reading the first statement. The first statement says that the diameter of the larger gear is twice the diameter of the smaller gear. That means the life of larger gear also will be twice the life of smaller gear, because if the diameter is bigger, then the revolutions will be half, which means the life will be double, right? But the first statement alone is not sufficient because there is no mention of the number of days and the life of the smaller gear, so we can eliminate option A and option D straight away. The second statement says that the life of a smaller gear is equal to 6 billion divided by 600 minutes. Now we can answer this question. So this becomes 10 to the power 7 minutes. But the life of smaller gear is unknown in relation with the life of larger gear. Therefore, life of larger gear minus the life of smaller gear cannot be calculated. So life of L is still unknown, and therefore we say that this statement alone is not sufficient and B option is out. Step 3 is combination of the two statements. Now that we combine the two statements, we know that the life of S is 10 to the power 7 minutes. That means life of larger gear will be twice of 10 to the power 7 minutes. That means the life of larger gear minus life of smaller gear will be 2 times 10 to the power 7 minus 10 to the power 7 is equal to 10 to the power 7 minutes, a unique value in the minutes. We can convert it into days as well to answer the question. Therefore, we say that the statements together are sufficient, and therefore the final answer becomes option C. Thank you so much.